I told you, you better stay prayed up. You never thought the universe be looking for revenge. Good evening, everybody. What's going on? What's going on tonight? Welcome to Drew Speaks. Listen, before I get started, I want you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and most definitely hit the share button. Help us share our channel. Listen, Tiffany Henyard has just released, quote unquote, some receipts. I have not had an opportunity to look at the receipts. So when I play the video, we will watch it together. But just from the preview of it that I seen, it looks like it's stuff that we've seen already. And I may be wrong. But from the title of it, it says, "Who's spending the money? The real truth. Village trustees." But wait a minute, Tiffany. Your events, the trustees is not even there. Kiki Wyatt came to Dalton. Jay Holiday came to Dalton. And the village trustees was not even there. Even though, even though the trustees of Thornton Township, I believe, approved it, they didn't know that the expense that it cost them. So listen, I want to unpack this. I want to look at it, go over this video, and see like what's going on. Because Tiffany says she releasing receipts. She say these are the proof. This is the proof. This is what she's releasing right before election season. Well, election day. Election is in 3 days. In 3 days, Dalton will decide if Tiffany Henyard moves forward to go to the April runoff election or if she won't make it. If you ask me, Tiffany Ho, you know you out of there. Girl, you know you gone. You know you gone. So look, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's look at this video. Again, I have not fully seen this video. I just seen previews of it. But this is what she say. It's a
And unfortunately, there's little difference between the spectacle perpetrated by Jedediah Brown at the meeting and the spectacle perpetrated by Lori Lightfoot at her meeting before.
And now to South Suburban Dalton and the investigation to find out if money is being mishandled there. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has been investigating Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard for months now. Tonight, she gives her final report.
She goes before the people contending that she's going to expose theft.
Tiffany sitting right there.
Wait a minute.
Let's pause this real quick.
We were tasked with looking into.
Tiffany is sitting there as if she didn't do anything wrong. She's sitting there as if, you know, everything is just, whoa, it's me. Y'all attacking me. First of all, Tiffany, tell your attorney to get Lori Lightfoot name right. She was our mayor. And we'll take her over Brandon Johnson any day. So get her name right. Put some respect on her.
Irregularities, allegations of irregularities regarding financial mismanagement by Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
But she spent her entire presentation talking about things done by other people, by accountants, by disgraced Dalton official Keith Freeman, who's doing these things. Nowhere in her presentation did she say, or could she say, that Mayor Henyard approved a single one.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Of the expenses that she was discussing. In fact.
That's a lie. That's a lie. For him to get on camera and lie. This is Tiffany Henyard's attorney. This is Tiffany Henyard's attorney that's speaking. That is a lie. That is a proven fact lie. The fact of the matter is that Tiffany Henyard, that skating rink that we're talking about, that skating rink, that's Tiffany's doing. Just Ice. Her daughter's name is Justice. So that's a lie. And then for you to say that she don't know who was making these purchases, accountants, assistants, village administrators. Oh, everyone was just making these purchases. But if you ask me, Tiffany knew about these purchases. Hell, she had a goddamn name on the checks. Her name was on the checks. She was signing checks by herself. And so for her lawyer to sit right here with his lying ass and lie and say that Tiffany did not make these purchases, she had all these other employees making these purchases, Tiffany, your ass is lying and you're knowing you're going to jail. And girl, that's why you're trying to blame everybody else. But girl, we ain't fool. Let's play the clip.
The bulk of the information that was masqueraded to be the results of an investigation was already contained in standard village audits. There was no real investigation. It was political theater for a disgraced former mayor wanted another chance at the limelight that's not earned.
Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has lost her bid for re-election. She conceded the race last night after failing to get enough votes to qualify for a runoff in the crowded primary.
What Lori Lightfoot failed to mention, during most of the time period that she's supposedly investigating, the Board of Trustees unlawfully kept Mayor Henyard from being on the bank account. She had to go to court just to get on the account.
When other people come and do work in our village, y'all need to pay them. Do not hold up their money and think you're going to get it paid to do nothing. So we're going to do the same thing until you pay them people, then y'all get y'all check.
She don't have the authority to do that.
Watch me. Watch me.
You're not even on the bank account.
So next, old business. So just to clear this up,
let me
so
go
the
back.
residents
Let
and
me go back
everybody
some
know
because it was
what's
something
going
that
on.
was said that I want to address. Let's go back some. Let's go here.
During most of the time period that she's supposedly investigating, the Board of Trustees unlawfully kept Mayor Henyard from being on the bank account. She had to go to court just to get on the account.
When other people come and do work in our village,
Yeah, because
y'all
she
need
was
to pay them. Do
stealing.
not hold up their money and think you're going to get it paid to do.
How is it that y'all expect this lady to be on the bank account when she's stealing? The reason of them taking her off the account was because she was misusing the funds already. It wasn't like she wasn't touching the money. No, she was making purchases. She still haven't said nothing about that 560. I think it was $560,000 that she cashed at a cash exchange, a check, or that was cash. Let me retract that statement. I don't know. I would say that I don't know if she cashed that check. I can't say. But one thing I can say, somebody in her administration, somebody that knew what was going on, they cashed that check. That's why the cash exchange is closed right now to this day. It's because somebody cashed that
Do
check.
nothing.
But let's get
So
back to
we're
the
gonna
clip.
do the same thing until you pay them people. Then y'all get y'all check. Bitch.
She don't have the authority to do that. like
Watch
anything
me.
else.
Watch
You're
me.
not even on the bank
So
account. boo.
next, old business. So just to clear this up so the residents and everybody know what's going on. Basically, this board of trustees have put the village in financial despair. They put us in court several different times. If anyone's not following, they cost us over $600,000 for a recall for this.
Let's address this. This amount of money that she's saying that the board of trustees costs to the village. Let's address this. Let's be clear. And let's understand the fact that Tiffany, that recall that you're speaking of, that recall, the amount of money that the village and the township, both capacities, both bodies of government has spent on different lawsuits at the hands of your trifling ass. The amount of money that has been spent on people suing the village and lawyers having to represent the village. The amount of money, let's understand this, the amount of money that we're talking about. She be so quick to call out the trustees' doings, right? And that's not to say that the trustees are perfect. That's not to say that, right? I'm not here to say that trustees are perfect, but the amount of money that the trustees has quote unquote spent taking the Tiffany court with a recall, Tiffany, you spent way more than that, and both government bodies with all of these goddamn lawsuits. So, girl, don't you come talking about they done spent $600,000 on a recall. Yeah, they recalled you, and they should have recalled your black
attorney
ass.
to get paid off of. I'm willing to talk. I'm willing to work with a board that's
Girl,
willing
you
to work for me.
lying. You ain't willing to work
What's
with
a
nobody.
shame is why we
Somebody
ended up
don't
in
like
court.
you.
This October warrant list, October
Send the
3rd,
police behind
2022 warrant list, when trustee Jason House and this clerk right here, Clerk Key, have went to
Two honorable
the
people.
bank to remove me off the bank account. Let me tell you how deep this get.
Girl,
Trustee Keys and your attorney, that attorney right there, well, clerk, okay, Clerk Key, and that attorney right there goes
Bert
into
Oldham.
the bank to remove me, your
She
mayor,
can't take him.
off the bank account.
Her
So
attorney
y'all
will
should
never
ask yourself
stand
why
up
they
for
going through
Bert Oldham.
so many great lengths to remove me when the law state the mayor and the clerk is the ones on the bank account to put trustee House
So why
on the bank account. This way y'all need to open your
let's
eyes
stop
at
this real
so you
quick.
can understand
No,
what is truly going on.
let's open our eyes a little bit. The clerk and Tiffany Henyard was on the account. Y'all just heard that from her own mouth. The clerk and Tiffany Henyard was on the account. Um, So Tiffany, why is only one signature on certain checks? Why your signature is the only signature that's on checks for $300,000 and $1 million here and $400,000 there? Why? Why? Girl, you can't speak to that. You can't speak to that, mama.
Going on. It's a money grab, a power grab for the village of Dalton. They
Yeah,
keep
it
talking
is.
about deficit, but you
But you're
keep
trying
trying
to
to pay this
steal.
attorney. I
But you're trying to
motion for
steal,
court
girl.
because I tried to stop them from paying that attorney right here, that $600,000. So we went to court. The judge stopped everything. She didn't want to hear anything. She said she's gonna wait to do the hearing, and she stopped every payment possible and said she
Wow.
was only going to allow us to do payroll, which is to pay people that work for the village of Dalton.
Now, while we talking about what the court did,
For
while
much
we
of
talking about what the court did, right after we finish this, I'm gonna pull up what the court just did. I'm gonna pull up what the court just did. Now that we're talking about what the court did, let's pull up what the court just did. And Madrid, this is in, when is this? 2023. We're gonna talk about what the court just did in 2025. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about what the court just did. We ain't talking about nothing 2 or 3 years ago, Tiffany.
the time
We're
that's
talking about
being
something recent,
discussed,
girl.
she's being illegally kept from knowing what's going on with the money. Now that seems like it would be important. That's the truth. But Lori Lightfoot did not mention that. Jason House, a current member of the board of trustees, is not a signer on the bank account at all. And yet, he has repeatedly signed checks without authority. That's a fact.
Gosh, you
It's
want that to be
documented.
your
He's
job.
spending thousands and thousands of the village's dollars without authority from the bank. He's committing bank fraud. He's committing check fraud. She's proved it in documents. There's matters pending in court. He's been told to stop doing it, and he still
The judge said
does
that
it
you
again and again.
How y'all allow him to convince y'all to put him on the
They
bank
just be
account
lying.
when he is in trouble or has been in trouble with the feds? So if y'all follow up with everything going on, these are
You
facts.
just
This
lying.
is stuff people mess up money all day long. I keep telling y'all. So what I'm saying is, y'all allow this man to
Lying.
go on the bank account. Y'all didn't do any of your research, your homework.
Crazy.
Y'all didn't do nothing. But I guess it's good, huh? Because everybody got the
Yeah.
hand in the job. So all I'm saying to you is, all I
Everybody
try to
fought
do
but
is
yours.
protect the residents, speak out,
Stop
tell y'all
lying.
what's going on.
Girl, you
I've
full
done
of it.
nothing wrong. I never do anything wrong because I grew
Yeah.
here, as I always say. The rest of them flew here. So the people.
Wait a minute. You never do nothing wrong. The way you talk to these trustees alone, from the looks of it, Clerk, he is old enough to be your goddamn mama. And the way you talk to her, the way you handle her is just insane. Like, who the hell? Y'all know what's crazy? I love Kiana Betcha, but if I was a trustee in Dalton, I promise you, y'all know Eric Mays from Flint, Michigan, as he rests in peace. Every single time she talking crazy. Point of order. What's your point, Mr. Morton? Mayor, who the hell you talking to? Bring it down a notch, little mama. Because who you talking to? Thinking somebody your goddamn child. And they have
What the feds got you
older
for
than
that?
you.
Why was they at the healthcare custodian, which you worked at, and you was over the bank
We're
account?
not going to talk
Over
about
right.
why the feds was just somewhere, because the feds was at Village Hall. The feds was at Village Hall, Tiffany. The feds came to Village Hall to serve some subpoenas. The feds came to Village Hall, and after the grand jury called you to come testify before the grand jury, girl, y'all never showed up. Girl, let's clock that tea. Let's clock the tea that the grand jury called you to testify, and they still haven't. Well, I don't know as of right now. There's some research that I do, but from my understanding, girl, you ain't gave over them documents. Girl, what's the hold up?
Here at the U.S.
What's the
Bank,
hold up?
and they walked you out, took your computer, seized your
No,
stuff.
they ain't do all that.
Talk
for
to
him.
them then. You want to tell them? Talk to them. Tell the people. Talk to them. They right here.
I'm right here, y'all.
Right, exactly. He not gonna tell his stuff, but I know his stuff. So
Former Mayor Lightfoot didn't have any concern about that either. Why? The board of trustees are defrauding the people at all.
have to twist
At the end of
anything.
the day, us 6 people up here are the ones that vote on all of the money.
I love
So when
Kiana
she keeps
Jeffrey.
saying,
Shout out to
I did
Stephanie
this and I
Jeffrey.
did that and
You
I
in
gave,
Dalton, make
she
sure you
haven't
go
did
vote.
anything.
They got a guy committing bank fraud and spending the people's money. But that's of no concern. Why? Because truth is overawed by spectacle. That's what we come to again and again in the way that Mayor Henyard's been treated. Lori Lightfoot's not interested in fact, but in
How
spectacle.
come she not?
She's interested in political theater.
How come she not? For him to just sit here and discredit everything that Lori Lightfoot did is insane. That lady worked. How? Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And make sure you share this video. Share this live. Help us get our channel out. Let's get back into this video. It's for the lies. It's full of lies. And these are the receipts that she's saying she want to release right before Election Day on February 25th. Let's get into it.
That's going to help her, not the people.
A coalition of aldermen and community groups is slamming Mayor Lori Lightfoot, accusing her administration of misspending discretionary funds from the federal Pandemic Relief CARES Act. The group says Lightfoot spent millions on police and ignored other issues.
One pot of money.
First of all, let's start here. Lori Lightfoot tenure is over with. Chicago has made their voices heard and known. Our election has been over. Brandon Johnson don't have that much longer left. And so for you to even bring up Lori Lightfoot duties here as Chicago mayor, no, she's not coming to the village of Dalton in the capacity of Chicago's mayor. She's not coming to the village of Dalton and investigating you on the behalf of the trustees' request on the behalf of this great city, the Windy City. No, she's coming as a private entity. She's coming as an investigator. She's coming as a former federal prosecutor. She's coming in her own capacity. She's not coming on the behalf of Chicago. So for you to even bring, then you got Alderman LaSpada. I'm just gonna play it. I ain't even gonna get started. I ain't even gonna piss myself off.
That we had that was flexible funding. The one pot of money that could have been used for small business support, for housing relief for our neighbors, to help prevent violence in our communities. That's what we're talking about. And of that 470 million, 284 million of it went directly to the Chicago Police Department.
You know, a mayor who's run out of office, as she was, in large part because of financial mismanagement, being called upon to be the investigator of another mayor's fiscal decisions, that's pretty much the same thing as asking a fox to investigate the hen house.
She's not in the capacity, once again, she's not coming in the capacity of Chicago's mayor. She have not been our mayor in over, 2 years? Our Brandon Johnson is in the middle of his term. So what are we talking? To bring up her capacity when she was Chicago's mayor, to bring up her tenure, her term, her dirt. Not saying that I agreed with it, not saying that I support it. Could Lori Lightfoot have done things different? Of course. But we're not here to talk about Lori Lightfoot and what we found on her. She wasn't investigated. The feds are not asking her to come and testify before a grand jury. So what are we talking, Tiffany? What are we talking?
More truth value than a professional wrestling match. It's all staged, it's all scripted, but the problem is that the consumers of social media confuse that spectacle for the truth. And flames of anger get fueled by falsehoods, and next time the violence could be a lot worse. In the social media age, lies are dangerous. Inflammatory political rhetoric shouted from online rafters incites people to do terrible things.
We know the facts. We do. We know the facts. And the facts is that your story ain't adding up, Tiffany. We know the facts. This was basically a campaign video. Let's bring her video volume down. This was a campaign video, as you all can see. I thought this was going to be releasing the facts. Of course, she got to throw a campaign in there. But what we finna go to next, because this is done, what we finna go to next is this. Let's go to this next. I want to share this next. Because we just talked about Tiffany and what the judge just said for the trustees. We talked about that, right? Tiffany said that the judge said something about the trustees doing something. Let's look at this.
Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard's lawsuit against the village trustees has been dismissed. Henyard accusing the trustees of conspiring to take away her authority.
It's been what? It's been who? It's been dismissed. But let's listen to why it's been dismissed. And the fact that this lawsuit was dismissed for this reason shows another misuse of taxpayer dollars by the infamous, silly Tiffany Henyard.
Authority to appoint a new police chief, village administrator, and village attorney after trustees sued to block Henyard from making those decisions. The judge dismissed the case after no one from Henyard's legal team showed up to a hearing earlier this week.
I'm Anthony Porofsky. I'm leading 6 curious Hollywood stars on their very own.
Y'all heard it for yourself. The judge dismissed the lawsuit. Why did the judge dismiss the lawsuit? Let's play that again. Let's play that again. Let's play that one more time, y'all. Let's play that one. Let's play that one more time. Of why the judge just dismissed. Mind you, judges don't just dismiss a lawsuit for no reason. There has to be grounds.
I'm 100% ready to fall in love.
He's perfect.
Other girls. For the judge to just dismiss. He ain't dismissing it because he just woke up and said, "Oh, I don't want to dismiss it." I mean, I want to dismiss it. No.
Trustees has been dismissed. Henyard accused.
Let's go back.
Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard's lawsuit against the village trustees has been dismissed. Henyard accusing the trustees of conspiring to take away her authority to appoint a new police chief, village administrator, and village attorney after trustees sued to block Henyard from making those decisions. The judge dismissed the case after no one from Henyard's legal team showed up to a hearing earlier this week.
Oh. So it wasn't dismissed because the judge found the trustees at fault. It wasn't dismissed because the judge thought the trustees was overstepping their boundaries. It wasn't dismissed because the judge, just woke up and said, "You know what? I want to dismiss Tiffany. I want to dismiss a lawsuit." But let's get into some of these comments. The comment section always gonna tell it like it is. Let's get into some of these comments. There we go. Let's get into some of these comments. Because I know it's where it's at. I thought Jason House said he wasn't He wasn't walked out anywhere. He never been arrested. That's what he said. And Dr. Nikita Cloud bet me $1,000 that his mugshot was not Photoshop when it was actually real. She blocked me on Facebook. Anybody know her? Tell her I'm still collecting. I'm still looking to collect. That's somebody of Tiffany. We know that. We know that. He's a liar and a thief. Somebody needs to bring this up. Get him, Tiffany Super. Okay, thank you. Right here. Somebody with some common sense. And that's not to say that people are commenting. No, these are her supporters. Right here. Let's focus on that. Mayor Henyard, please show me something real. I've been trying to support you as an African American in politics and the public light but you're embarrassing those who are you claim to represent. It don't sound like, Let's go to all the comments. I don't know if these are all the comments, but let's go to them. Okay, let's go to the shares. The cousins be real. She does deserve to tell her side, and this is includes what's happening on all sides. The mayor did not miss. Oh, really? I thought the shares was like, no, it ain't given. It ain't given, Tiffany. The cousins ain't seen it yet. It ain't given. But let's pay attention to her. Let's pay attention to her slate. This was the last video that she had posted as well. Let's look at that one. Let's unpack
that's like me that grew here, you understand what it used to be, what it turned out to be, and where we are today. So today I'm gonna take you down memory lane and explain to you all the nonsense that you see a couple people trying to keep up chaos in our village.
And I hope.
So in 2017, we was at $6 million, right? Levying taxes. If you look,
because this is old stuff. This is old. What she's showing us is old. But I want to say this. I hope Tiffany Henyard's these videos are being paid for by her campaign fund and not the taxpayers of Thornton Township, the taxpayers of Dalton, Illinois. I really hope that her campaign is covering the cost of it. I've seen billboards. I've seen different posters of Tiffany Henyard, new publications and new literature.
Look and read on that page right here. They increased your property tax by 14%. This is what you don't know, residents. 14%. So if you read and go a little further, and you'll see who voted to basically increase your property taxes. On here, you'll see Trustee Haps voted to increase your property taxes, and you'll see ex-Trustee Stubbs voted to increase your property taxes. But I wanted to give you the order so you can understand who voted to increase your taxes. So when you're getting information, you will have facts to go by. Then we'll go to 2018. 2018. They levied $9 million. And in here, if you look, same thing, taxes, trustees raised your taxes by 14% again. And that was again Trustee House and Trustee Stubbs. Of course, the rest of them voted as well. Trustee Muhammad, Trustee Pearson, all of them voted, but I'm putting two out because these are the people that's on your board now that's trying to do the spin cycle to tell you the opposite. So for years, they've been raising your taxes, 2018. Now let's move on. 2019. 2019, try to do the same thing. But this time, this is when everybody voted for it. So this is $10 million, 2019. Trustee Brown, not Brown, Stan Brown. Trustee Tammy Brown voted for this. Trustee Holmes, Trustee House, Trustee Steves. Everybody voted for this, but it stayed the same. On May 2020, same difference. It stayed the exact same.
Oh, we're not
0%.
talking about.
It was for $10 million.
This is old. She's releasing these receipts as if there's.
And then if you go and you're gonna read, tell you who voted for in the lineup. Trustee Tammy Brown, Trustee House, and then Trustee Ed Steves. So now I'm going to May of 2021. Tax levy for $10 million. On here it says again 0%. But when you read it, the people that voted for it, everybody voted for it. And that's what I wrote up there to raise your taxes, which was Trustees Ed Steves, Trustee Norwood, Trustee Belcher, Trustee Tammy Brown, Trustee House. Everybody voted to raise your taxes 2021. Now I give you copies of everything I get. So that way you can go on and read it and you got your evidence. So people send you stuff. That's why I try to tell residents, don't believe everything you hear. Go fact check, and then when you have proof for yourself.
Girl,
2022,
we do fact check it. And when we fact,
it said again on the surface 0%. But again, I keep telling you, taxes go up 4.99% every year.
Tiffany.
People that voted for it: Trustee House, Trustee Norwood, Trustee Ed Steves. But guess what?
Everybody knows
Trustee Tammy Brown said no on this one time because it was election time.
When you are a homeowner, if I'm correct, your taxes, the taxes that you pay on your home is subject to raise. And so for her to say that, and what she have said in other meetings that, hey, every year they raise property taxes. That's normal. And so for her to like come with these weak ass receipts,
So y'all was voting for to make her a trustee. Belcher voted president. Why she vote president? President go with the majority. Either yes or you know. Why you vote?
You can vote president.
Should have just said yay or nay like you do any other time. I want to point that out. This all taxes up to date in 2022. Now the new tax levy that's being presented is the same concept.
Because she talk about what the
same concept for $11 million. So it says 0% on the surface once again. And this one is the one that I'm saying we don't have a vote for yet. But people have to come to the board meeting. And then if you have a difference of opinion, that's what discussion is for. And then you come and you have a happy medium. Because at the end of the day, we must provide services for our residents.
Residents, follow the money. What the trustees don't want you to know is they have been raising your property taxes for years. You must follow the money.
I want to say mandatory,
as you can see, is proof of the Board of Trustees raising your property taxes.
Property taxes get raised. So this is not like something like new you telling us. We know that. Property taxes are like bound to get raised. So it's not like you telling us something new at all. But let's look at this. This is interesting. You remember that fight that happened at Thornton Township? Let's look into this.
Plus, get a final review at no extra charge.
Let's look into this because a lawsuit resulted in that in that fight.
But if you wanted to get up here, so why you've been
here we go.
Mayor. But if you wanted to get up here and earn some respect, then you should have been able to respond to Lori Lightfoot report about credit cards. You want to talk about them not coming to work, but we've been hearing about what you've been doing while you've been at work. And I'm gonna give away the rest of my time because I think, on behalf of the Black Cookout Association, that we would better take a vote and we're gonna exchange your black for Stephanie to be the new member of our. So all those in favor say, all those against it say nay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. You go.
You gone. This is the fight that Tiffany was a part of. This is Tiffany's boyfriend. Let's get this pause. Let's get this pause. Mind you, this is a government's body. She served as the supervisor to Thornton Township. With her serving as the supervisor, she's over 18 different municipalities in the South suburban area. And so this is her fighting. You see, wait, let's go back. I want y'all. You finna see her boyfriend. So this dude right here, the red, that's her boyfriend. Y'all see Tiffany? All I seen was that goddamn wig running. Did y'all see her run? And so she's saying that she haven't did anything wrong. She ain't did nothing. Like, she innocent. She ain't did nothing wrong. But we just seen that wig fly into that fight. And what's interesting is this. Tiffany Henyard, this is all men fighting. There was no need for her to jump into this fight whatsoever. This is all men fighting. You a whole female. You want to fight because your man was fighting and forgot the position you held. Look at her. Did y'all see she ran in swinging? Oh, it's seniors in here. Let's pause that. It's seniors in here. It's kids in here. And Tiffany, instead of you being some type of public official, some type of, I don't know what just happened, some type of public official, some type of, politician, you wanted to fight with your men.
Getting a business loan has never.
I don't know what just happened. I may have clicked on something. I'm sorry, y'all. But we're going right back to it. Here, go right here. We're going to go ahead and fast forward. And I want to see her run up again. There we go. Oh. But who's recording this? That would have pissed me off. Oh, they fight. Girl, we see, girl. Oh. Oh, they standing all on top of it. Oh.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Are you crazy?
Girl,
and I'm gonna give away the rest of my time because I think, on behalf of the Black Cookout Association,
this is from
that
a
we
different
would better
angle.
take a vote, that we're gonna exchange your black for Stephanie.
So what's crazy, y'all? Fox 32 Chicago, shout out to them, and it's probably crazy that I'm saying this, and I'll say this: shout out to them for this particular video clip, because everybody know Fox 32 can be Fox News in general. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want nobody to serve me a cease and desist. So I'll leave it at that.
To be the new member of our, so all those in favor say, all those against it say nay, all those in favor say aye.
He is gone. Now watch. Y'all watch her. Look at her. Y'all see her running. Look at her. Look at Tiffany. Did y'all just see that? Did y'all just see Tiffany jump in that goddamn fight? And girl, you fear for your life. Running to the back of the room. You were at a whole different side of the room. And then what's crazy is that where she was sitting at, there's side doors that she can go out of. There's side doors that she can go out of. Her team could have easily took her upstairs if she was that threatened. But she wasn't. She wanted to fight with her man. Oh. Security guard fell.
The security guard.
Whole team and fell.
Oh, his mouth bleeding.
Y'all see him right there. The screen stopped on him. DeMarcus Quigley. DeMarcus Quigley, he's the owner of an Airbnb property in Dalton that last time I checked in the research that I did, and the trustee that I talked to in Dalton told me Airbnbs was not allowed in Dalton. It goes against their city or village ordinance. And so, and I'll show y'all proof of DeMarcus Quigley's Airbnb property. I'll do another clip on that. But he have an Airbnb property in Dalton that he's not supposed to have. And what's crazy about this is he serves as a henchman to the mayor, to Tiffany Henyard. Every day of, what do you call it, of early voting, every day he's been out there on the front lines for her. And anytime you see her do a press conference, he's right there with her. So, yeah. For him to have an Airbnb, she's the mayor. Airbnbs is not allowed. If anybody else do it, the police is going to arrest them and all this. But how do he get to do it if it's not allowed? Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. You ain't just do nothing, DeMarcus.
Oh my God.
This is too much for me.
Where's the dial?
This needs to be a Tubi movie. How they said a Tubi movie. They still trying to fight.
They don't want none. They don't want none.
They still trying to fight. They ain't done. He want this lit back. Look, wait.
William.
Oh, wait. Let's go back. Do y'all see Tiffany Henyard men sitting right there? Look at Tiffany Henyard men sitting right there. Like, why are you sitting right there? He was just fighting. Literally, Kamal Woods was just fighting. If it was anybody else, they would have left up out of there with goddamn handcuffs on them. But because I don't know how that keep doing it, y'all. My bad. I don't know how it keep clicking off. I guess because I'm leaving the mouse key right there. But I'll make sure that y'all don't hear the commercial when they play again. There we go. And then I just skip and we'll fast forward. But how is it that he gets away with it when nobody else will get away with it? That's something.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Girl.
Where's Jedediah?
Exactly. Nobody pushing Jedediah out, but nobody's pushing.
They don't want none.
Nobody's pushing him out. Mind you, Tiffany.
William.
And look at William Moore. Tiffany is elected official. And this all happened in her watch. Oh, he got a chair.
Oh, he got a chair.
He got a chair.
This man picking up a chair
as
a weapon.
That's tough.
Wow. You need to go. You're the one trying to fight.
Exactly. They been fired you.
A chair, y'all. Y'all saw that. He had a chair.
Oh, that was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot. Tiffany, you owed us some explanations as to, no, I'm going to say how she said, as it relates to. Because How's your boyfriend fighting and nothing happened to him? And y'all, believe it or not, the fight that we just watched together, this same very fight, no charges has been filed. No charges whatsoever has been filed. Is it fair? Of course not. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. We're going to call a spade a spade. It's bullshit. Because had it been anybody else, we already know what would have happened. Here go right here. So we just watched the fight. And so now what we finna watch is WGN News report on WGN News is reporting on the lawsuits. The lawsuits that's being filed. Because there's many. I guarantee you the guy that failed, the security guard, he's gonna file a lawsuit. Of course he is. He's gonna file a health claim. But let's go to it. Let's go to it. They filed lawsuits already about the fight. And the crazy part about it, before I show this video, I want to say this. With this lawsuit, what's crazy is that the village, well, not the village, because it happened in a township. The township had just got insurance. Well, no, they had just approved insurance that night. That was one of the first things they did was approve the insurance. From my understanding, for them to be able to be in that building, they were just on like a what you call it, like a temporary insurance where you get insurance where you get covered for a certain amount of time. And so that's what I believe that was. And so who's gonna foot the bill of that security guard falling? Who's gonna foot the bill of a fight happening and an elected official and her boyfriend and they goons jumping on a citizen, a resident of the state of Illinois? We don't know yet. But let's look
A
at
brawl that broke out during a public meeting in the south suburbs has now led to a pair of federal lawsuits.
We just watched this fight.
Punches were thrown and people fell to the floor at the Thornton Township meeting last month. Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard even jumped into the melee. Activist Jedediah Brown now claims his right to free speech was violated when Henyard, her boyfriend, and other supporters allegedly attacked him seconds after he made slurs about Henyard's sex life during public comments. Brown is seeking unspecified damages. Henyard claims this is all part of an organized effort to intimidate her and smear her name ahead of next week's mayoral election in Dalton.
Save time and money booking your getaway when you set your...
No, that ain't. No, that ain't. That ain't the case. You know you jumped your ass in that fight. That's the case. You jumped in that fight. That man was not coming towards you. Your life was not in danger at that particular moment. And you jumped in that fight. I want to look up this lawsuit. I'm going to go over that lawsuit. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for this lawsuit, y'all. I want to look up that lawsuit that was just filed. Because it was just most recent. Okay, one moment. I'm looking up that lawsuit, y'all. That Jedediah Brown filed against Tiffany Henyard. let me do it like this. I want to look up that also. I'm trying to find it right now. I'm looking up it right now because that's going to help put the pieces together. Okay. I'm looking up that lawsuit, y'all. I'm sorry. At first, I didn't think I needed it. One moment, y'all. Okay. I kind of have a problem finding it. And I'm looking in Dalton Politics for it. And I don't see. Okay, I found it. Found it. Found it. Found it. Found it. I have it right here. Okay, y'all. We finna get right into it. I got the lawsuit. That's all it takes is a little bit of patience. I got it. I got the lawsuit. Let's pull up the lawsuit. Here's the lawsuit. As a result to that fight. As a result to that fight. Because Tiffany wants to run her black ass from the seat, from her seat, sitting at the table, and want to come see a fight. Well, come help her in a fight. Now comes Jedediah Brown biting through his attorney, Kamal Woods. So he's suing Kamal Woods first, Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, Kamal Woods, DeMarcus Krigley, the South Holland Police Department. That's interesting. And a Thornton Township, All Point Security and Detective, Sergeant Storm, and John Doe. Let's focus on South Holland Police Department. I can understand why he's suing them. Well, I understand why he's suing all of them, right? All they ass need to be sued. That's just the fact of the matter. Because y'all, it didn't take all y'all to jump on him. It didn't. And for her boyfriend to be fighting is just insane. But South Holland gave, and I was watching it, I was on his live, and South Holland Police Department gave him a hard time, y'all, a very hard time. Filing the police report the night that happened. The night that fight happened, South Holland Police Department gave him a hard time because, of the power that she holds, right? We got to accept that. She hold power. She's the supervisor of Thornton Township, the largest township within the state of Illinois. She's the supervisor. And then she's the mayor of Dalton. So she kind of hold a little power in the Southland. As she say, she's the queen of the Southland, the most powerful. And so let's kind of get down into this lawsuit. Let's kind of unpack this lawsuit. Kind of get some. Okay, yeah, as we see, South Holland, Illinois is where the event took place. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go to the factual allegations. That's the letter T at. Here go right here. On January 28, 2025, a regular scheduled Thornton Township meeting took place where public comments were allowed. A well-known critic of defendant Tiffany Henyard participated in the public comment portion of the meeting and made remarks directed at defendant Henyard. It says that as he was concluding his remarks, defendant Kamal Woods approached him from behind in a menacing manner and called him a bitch and threatened to hurt him. LaMarcus Grigley. It should have been DeMarcus Grigley. And also called Lavelle Redmond a bitch and that he threatened to hurt him as well as Woods and Grigley. Also said that there was a green light on either one or both. Harm Redmond intervened in an attempt to mediate and prevent any physical altercation between the parties. Defendant Woods then physically pushed Redmond and swung at Redmond, prompting Redmond to defend himself by punching Woods. Because he punched the hell out of Kamal. I'm talking about he punched the fuck out of him. He soccer punched his ass. Woods then dragged to the ground and then during the melee. Defending Henyard first physically attacked Redmond by hitting him with her microphone. She did. So I don't know if you all remember. If y'all remember, Tiffany hit the goddamn microphone. She ran up to that fight like this. And she ran up with her microphone and she came in swinging like this. Her side of the story is that she came to help break up the fight. You're a female. There's men fighting. How you gonna come between a punch? And you furrow. Let's finish reading this, y'all. It just don't make sense. It ain't making sense, Tiffany. Upon the information and belief, John Doe was also kicked and stumped during the melee and pulled him to the ground after being kicked in the face by Crigley. Was able to get to his feet and was confronted by Sergeant Storm, who was wearing an all-black officer on it. Yeah, I did see that. Officer Storm is Tiffany's like armed security, supposed to be security. It said he restrained him against his will and hit him several times, banging in the head and elbows against the wall and floor. Fighting both men for approximately 1 minute and 30 seconds. Playing broke free and ran out of the room after leaving the side and returning to the main room. Playing was met by another Thornton Township name unknown, who hit Playing neck hard. Oop. So he said he was punched in the back. Yeah, I punched Jedediah in the back of his neck. Shortly thereafter, was pushed back, pushed in the back by a female. Oh, yeah, I just got a notification from Fox News, and I promise you'll cringe my spirit. After this, as a Thornton Township and went outside where residents who were present doing the invited them to sit in their car and avoid full altercation. After the melee, yeah, this is a 21-page lawsuit. The following day, filed and was granted an emergency restraining order. Oh, so he faced the injuries to his face, abdomen, elbows, and back. Okay, and so basically all of this is pretty much of how he's holding them accountable in their official capacities and stuff like that. So I don't want to kind of like stroll through all of that. That can be a lot. But yeah. So Tiffany, how are you gonna explain to the federal judge that you didn't battery this man? Because we seen you jump into the fight. But how you gonna explain to the judge that you hit this man and why you hit this man? Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hitting the subscribe button and the share button. Let's help get this channel out. But Tiffany, how's you gonna explain it? And so Monday is a meeting. Monday is a meeting at Thornton Township in the same building of where this happened at. It's a meeting. I want to pull up that agenda. I did a segment on it earlier today, but I still have that agenda sitting here. So I want to pull up that agenda. Let's pull up that agenda. Let's pull it up. Here go right here. We got it. So this is the agenda for Monday at 6 p.m. I will be I will not be there in person, but I will be live. I will be live. I will be live, and I'm packing the meeting and things like that. So I believe I'm going to probably share someone else's live off of their YouTube, and then unpack it like that. But this is the meeting for Monday in Thornton Township in that same building, in the same building that the fight happened in. What's crazy about this meeting that this meeting is the day before the election for Dalton mayor race. It's early voting still. And this meeting is, I believe, right when the polls close, right after the polls close. So it's like right after the polls close, people will be rushing over to Thornton Township for the meeting. And from my understanding, credit media is the only ones allowed in the meeting with the trustees. Credit media, what that mean, I don't know. Ask Tiffany, because from since I've been covering Dalton, which has been about 7 or 8 months now. No, it's been a year. It's been a year that I have been taking my time and looking up, researching, sending other YouTubers things, um, sending them different topics to talk about and stuff like that. And um, yeah, so it's been a minute. I want to pull up that Airbnb crib that I was talking about. Um, I have it. I want to pull up. I want to pull up that Airbnb crib that I was saying that the Marcus Krigley, he's listed in this lawsuit, in the lawsuit that we just went over. He's the one that's fighting. And so I want to pull up this Airbnb crib. Um, Airbnb crib. That he um that he's operating. He's operating this crib in the village of Dalton. Remind you, there's supposed to be nothing like that going on in Dalton because of their ordinances. But if you rock out with Tiffany Henyard, you can do what the hell you want to do. We're gonna get into that into this. I just wanted to show you all that there is a meeting. There is a meeting on Monday. I will be covering that meeting on Monday. I set up the live stream and everything for it. So you all will already see it on the YouTube page. I do all of that tomorrow. And prep for it to for Monday. But I want to get to this spacious 4-bedroom crib. Marcus Krigley operating out there in Dalton. Like I said, I spoke with 2 Dalton trustees myself. I spoke with both of them, and with 2 of them, and they told me Airbnb is illegal. It's illegal. It's illegal to do that out there in Dalton. So how the hell he get away with it? I promise you, I got a mindset in a what do you call it? I have a goal that I want to do Airbnb. So let's unpack this. Let's look into it. And remember, I said this is a property of DeMarcus Quigley. This is a property of DeMarcus Quigley. Remember, who is DeMarcus Quigley? One of Tiffany Henyard's henchmen. So let's look at this Airbnb property. It's on Airbnb too, y'all. But I want to pull up it from this link. Let's move that. So look at these pictures. Okay. One of the bedrooms. Take everything out. It's a decent size room. Okay, the closet area. Okay, I guess that's another bedroom. Upstairs, okay, y'all got. And I wonder, did they steal some money to furnish this? No, see, I got answers. I got questions. I got questions that I'll want to get answers to. This is the property. This is right here is the property that is operating in Dalton, Illinois. Mind you, they say ain't no more Airbnb properties. They passed that ordinance years ago. So how he getting away with it? How he doing it and we can't do it? It's cool when they do it, but it's a problem. Problem when I do it. Okay, you got your little coffee. That ain't no Dunkin'. No, that ain't no Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, I think we've seen these. Oh, okay, computer. Okay. This proof. Let's return to property. Oh, I found that. Who is the host? Who the host? Who's the host of this property? I ain't lie. I didn't lie at all. Who? Who's the property manager? Who that say? Who that name is, Papo? Papo, who that name is? That's DeMarcus Quigley. That's DeMarcus Quigley. He didn't. This man then basically took a property. If you ask me, and this is just speculation. This is speculation. I will say this. This is speculation. This is just my thoughts. These are one of the properties that Tiffany here and them took. Is it true? It's not a fact. Have they taken properties? That's a fact. That's a fact. That's not speculation. That's not my opinion. That's not my thought. That's a fact. That they have taken properties. But you know that ain't none of my that ain't none of my business. That ain't none of my business. So for that matter, I sip my water and I mind my business. But seriously, so we covered a lot tonight. We have covered a lot tonight. We talked about her receipt video. We talked about the markets. We talked about a fight. We talked about the lawsuit. We unpacked a lot tonight. We did. And so tomorrow, and I was done for the night until I looked on Facebook and I seen um Tiffany releasing her receipts, or what I thought would to be her receipts, because they definitely wasn't. Um, But I thought she was gonna release. I thought she was gonna release something that we have not seen already. I thought she was gonna release something that we didn't know. I thought she was gonna release something that that was gonna make us like, oh wow, girl, you talking about the same old, same old, same old, same old shit. That's basically what you're talking about. The same old. It ain't gonna get old because it's the same shit, Tiffany. It's the same shit. Y'all, I don't know why, but since I've been sitting in, my water and got very warm. Anytime I come on, I always make sure I bring me 2 bottles of water and maybe like a little juice or something like that. So, because I'll be here for a while. Um, but yeah, it's the same stuff, Tiffany. So until next time, y'all, if you all go back and watch this live, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. All 3 things are free. Right? To hit that like button is free. To hit that subscribe button is free. It'll help us get our channel out. And to hit that share button is free. It's free of charge. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. I promise you it ain't. I promise you it ain't. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. All right, until next time, my household to yours. Stay safe, stay blessed. I'm up out of here.